Sup guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be telling you about a great scientist Albert Einstein. In this video, I will be telling you his birthplace, his marriage, and most important, his discoveries. So watch till end. Albert Einstein was born at Ulm in Gothenburg, Germany on March 14, 1879. 6 weeks later, the family moved to Munich, where he later on began his schooling at the Luitpold Gymnasium. Later, they moved to Italy, and Albert continued his education at Aarau, Switzerland, and in 1896 he entered the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich to be trained as a teacher in physics and mathematics. In 1901, the year he gained his diploma, he acquired Swiss citizenship and he was able to find a teaching post. He accepted a position as technical assistant in the Swiss Patent Office. In 1905, he obtained his doctor's degree. During his stay at the patent office and in his spare time, he produced much of his remarkable work, and in 1908 he was appointed Privatdozent in Berlin. In 1909, he became professor extraordinary at Zurich. In 1911, professor at theoretical physics at Prague, returning to Zurich in the following year to fill a similar post. In 1914, he was appointed director of the Kaiser Wilhelm Physical Institute and professor in the University of Berlin. He became a German citizen in 1914 and remained in Berlin until 1933, when he renounced his citizenship for political reasons and immigrated to America to take the position of professor of theoretical physics at Princeton. He became a United States citizen in 1940 and retired from his post in 1945. After World War II, Einstein was a leading figure in the world government movement. He was offered the presidency of the State of Israel, which he declined, and he collaborated with Dr. Chaim Weizmann in establishing the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Einstein always appeared to have a clear view of problems of physics and the determination to solve them. He had a strategy of his own and was able to visualize the main stages on the way to his goal. He regarded his major achievements as mere stepping stones for the next advance. At the start of his scientific work, Einstein realized the inadequacies of Newtonian mechanics, and the special theory of relativity stemmed from an attempt to reconcile the laws of mechanics with the laws of electromagnetic field. He dealt with classical problems of statistical mechanics and problems in which they were merged with quantum theory of the Brownian movement of molecules. He investigated the thermal properties of light with a low radiation density, and his observation laid the foundation of the quantum theory of light. In the early days of Berlin, Einstein postulated that the correct interpretation of the special theory of relativity must also furnish a theory of gravitation, and in 1916 he published his paper on the general theory of relativity. During this time, he also contributed to the problems of the theory of radiation and statistical mechanics. In 1920, he embarked on construction on unit field theories, although he continued to work on the probabilistic interpretation of quantum theory, and he persevered with his work in America. He contributed to statistical mechanics by his development of the quantum theory of a monomatic gas, and he has accomplished valuable work in connection with atomic transition probabilities with relativistic cosmology. After his retirement, he continued to work towards the unification on the basic concepts of taking physics the opposite approach geometrization to the majority of physicists. Einstein researches are of course well chronicled, and his more important work include special theory of relativity, English translation and general theory of relativity, investigation on theory of Brownian movement, and the evolution of physics. Among his non-scientific works, about Zionism, war, my philosophy, and out of my later years are perhaps the most important. Albert Einstein received honorary doctorate degree in science, medicine, and philosophy from many European and American universities. During the 1920s, he lectured in Europe, America, and the Far East, and he was awarded fellowship or membership of all the leading scientific academies throughout the world. He gained numerous awards in recognition of his work, including the Copley Medal of the Royal Society of London in 1925 and the Franklin Institute in 1935. Einstein's gifts inevitably resulted in the dwelling much in intellectual solitude for relaxation, played music, played an important part in his life. He married Maliva Merck in 1906 and they had a daughter and two sons. Their marriage was dissolved in 1919 and in the same year he married his cousin Elsa Lothanal, who died in 1936. He died on April 18, 1955 at Princeton, New Jersey. So guys, this was all for now. I hope you liked the video. Hit the like button if you are new to the channel, subscribe and press the bell icon for the new notification. Thank you.